Hi, I'm Tessa Richardson, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker and a somatic psychotherapist. And I just wanted to share a brief little educational piece that I'm sharing with my own older kids right now to help calm their nervous system and kind of understand what's going on in their bodies after experiencing a traumatic event. So what I'm using with them is I'm using my fist to be the brain. And what I'm explaining to them is you can imagine this part as being your reptilian brain. And the reptilian brain is the oldest part of our brain. I'm not a doctor, so I'm very much simplifying this. And it's responsible for all of our automatic processes of keeping us alive, our lungs breathing, our heart beating. So that's the reptilian brain. We share it with reptiles and lizards and the oldest creatures. And then I tell them that inside our brain, like towards the middle, is our limbic area. And the limbic system is sort of the alarm system for when we are in danger. So when our oldest, most ancient part of our brainstem, detects any danger, real or not real, so, if we're being chased by a tiger, or if we enter a room with someone who's hurt our feelings in the past, and we're a little anxious around, our amygdala starts to fire, which can activate our fight, flight, freeze response, submit response. And when our amygdala starts firing, our newest part of our brain, right behind our forehead, is our frontal cortex. And this is the newest evolved part of our brain that's responsible for logic and wisdom and clear thinking. As soon as the amygdala gets activated, the frontal cortex goes offline. And this is really good. If you're being chased by a tiger, you don't want your frontal cortex to be online and be like, how far away is that tiger? Should I go this way or should I go this way? You want the frontal cortex to go offline and you want to just act. So this is fantastic when we're really in danger. However, oftentimes our amygdala goes off and we're actually not in danger. So with our kiddos, actually I won't give an example might be if I was in a car accident and I got hit by a black car. Maybe whenever my brain detects a black car, even if I'm not consciously noticing it, my reptilian brain notices it, and because it's linked to my survival, immediately turns on my amygdala, which now my stomach is tightening, my heart might be pounding because my amygdala is saying fight, flight, freeze. It's getting the message from the reptilian brain. My frontal cortex goes offline, and now I don't have access to think clearly about, am I safe in this car? That black car is driving safely. No, I don't have access. So long story short, when our amygdala gets triggered and we are actually not in danger, which is happening, I think, for a lot of us in the community, we want to find a way to get our frontal cortex back online. And so there's many ways to do this. There are, we call it top-down ways, where we can use kind of cognition, like saying to ourselves, once you check out the area, right here, right now, I'm safe, or saying things like, I'm alive. But there's also bottom-up ways that we can calm our nervous system using our body somatically. And so some of the ways I'm showing my kiddos is when you notice the amygdala is going off, frontal cortex is back online. We want to get it back online so we truly know that we're safe and it's over. Just placing your hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. And because we're mammals, our parasympathetic nervous system comes online just from safe, warm touch from another human. And I can feel it in my own body right now, even as I do it. And so this is something they can do even in class. It's not super noticeable, sitting like this. And then kind of checking in, like, oh, okay, how am I feeling? Should just help to settle. Another easy thing to do is straightening the spine. So often when we go into sort of a panic, we can collapse a little bit. We feel collapsed. And so when you notice that, just straightening the spine, shoulders will go back and down, head will come up a little bit. And then again, checking in, how do I feel? Oftentimes there's a lot more sense of agency, you feel a little older, like your age rather than a child, you can have your kiddo check that out. Another thing I'm teaching them is orienting. This is, again, helps our reptilian brain feel safer and brings the frontal cortex back online. That's just looking around if you're in a room, the four corners. And you want to actually turn your head and neck all the way around. So check all the corners, and you're just looking for danger. Is there any danger over here? Nope. How about over here? Nope. Okay. And sometimes I'll add in my mind, right here, right now, I'm safe. Right here, right now, I'm safe. And this is, again, just kind of a way to help calm that reptilian brain, like really showing it's safe. It activates the parasympathetic as well. Another easy one is just the sigh. Just sighing can activate the parasympathetic nervous system. If you have an older kiddo who's able to do this and willing, exhaling longer than your inhale is fantastic for settling the nervous system. So if you're breathing in for 3, exhale for 6. You can then practice breathing in for 4, exhaling for 8. It's another great way. And then the last thing that I'm teaching my kiddos is just grounding through their feet. If they notice that panic and that anxiety, but they determine they are safe, pushing your feet into the floor a little bit if they're on the ground. And really taking a moment. You kind of also have to kind of drop in to kind of notice it, right? Yeah, pushing your feet against the floor helps to ground you. Helps you know, okay, I'm here. So really, mindfulness, like stopping and dropping out of your scary story into your body, is mindfulness. It's bringing you into the present moment. Mindfulness is a way to bring the frontal cortex back online to help you know it's over and you're safe. So I just thought of one other thing. Just saying, find 5 attractive things in the room, or pretty things, or 5 ugly things. They can do this for themselves when they're feeling that. If they know they're safe. Okay, it's kind of an ugly lamp over there. My dog's here. He's so sweet. I like this candle. I don't love the shade of carpeting. All that is doing is bringing me into the present moment, kind of unhooking me from the story, bringing me into the moment. You can use your 5 senses. What are 5 things I see? Painting, tree, window. What are 4 things I hear? Fan, rain, my own voice. Do you smell anything? So again, just, helping them bring their frontal cortex back online. So if this is helpful, that would be great. And I mean, that's wonderful. And I wish you all the best as we continue to heal.